Tom.
And I'm Michelle.
And we're the Tomfoolery Fun Club. Not having a whole lot of fun this week.
Slight hiatus on the fun, but we're still managing to have some.
We're trying to move forward, as is everyone, as we struggle through this coronavirus plague. And it's been a bit of a challenge. And we're just here to talk about it a little bit today and share a few thoughts, a few ideas as to maybe how we're coping.
Yes. So just to practice, social distancing, of course, we decided to postpone and put off some shows.
Right.
And, we want everyone to be safe. So that was our first thought and foremost thought when we decided to do that.
Absolutely. So that's fine. We can postpone those shows, and we'll pick it up again in the fall. There's plenty of time for tomfoolery at the appropriate time. And right now really isn't it, because we've been told to quarantine ourselves and keep a low profile, and that's exactly what we're doing. But as we move forward, we've kind of been talking a little bit about some of the things that we're learning and how we maybe want to change a little bit. And we came up with a few things, a list, if you will, of some things we want to do differently. And maybe we'll talk about that. So share.
Yeah. So first off, during this, it's just been about a week that homeschooling has started, and I'm working from home. Thank goodness that my job is having us just kind of no travel, no interaction, and we're just staying at home. So that's been a total gift. The gift of time has been given to me. So I'm definitely using the time wisely. And of course, still working, managing 2 homeschoolers. That's been fun. That's been where the fun is. And just using that time also to organize. I mean, if my house will be like absolutely positively spotless probably within a week. I mean, drawers to cabinets to closets.
Sure.
And so it's actually making me feel really accomplished. And
so you're trying to balance your own job and working from home, and also helping kids with their schoolwork. Of course, they're a little older now. They're a bit more self-sufficient than maybe those with small children at home.
Right.
But it's probably been a bit of a challenge.
It's been just to find the rhythm. To make sure that while I'm working, they're on task. And they've been really good about it because they're in high school, so they have a lot of assignments and a lot of accountability. So that's been not so much of a challenge, actually, as I thought it might be.
Okay, very good. Well, one of the things that I've really noticed a lot over the last week or so, I've been watching a lot of news and a lot of trying to keep updated and read a lot. And one of the things that I've really gleaned is that expertise really does matter. Now, what I mean by that is that in this age of social media and 24-hour news, we just have a lot of quote-unquote experts that just love to share their insight.
Their thoughts.
And, I come from an industry, I spent many years in the pharmaceutical world, as you know, and everything is evidence-based. We can't work on conjecture. And I get really, I get a little concerned sometimes when I hear people speak and share their knowledge when their knowledge really isn't based on fact or evidence. It's based more on hunches
or opinions
and things like that. So I think we just have to be very, very careful who we listen to.
Right.
And then once we do listen, we need to be thinking at a different level than maybe at least what I have. I mean, I have a tendency to kind of gloss over a little bit and move on. But I think now's really the time to think deeply when we hear information. We want to study it, digest it, and move forward from there.
And so that kind of leads into my next point of learning, or kind of my next thought pattern is sort of seek those opportunities. Seek opportunities to, since we're kind of stationed at home, or, a lot of us, some people might have to still be out and do some work, but seek those opportunities to stay connected via social media, phone calls. There's still phone calls that can happen and different things like that, but seek opportunities to still reach out and be social from a distance. Also, seek that time to spend with the people in your house. Even though you're at home, doesn't mean you have to be on different floors or different rooms. We've been doing some binge watching of Grey's Anatomy and, just spending some time together talking. And it's really been amazing. So seek opportunities to really just get deeper relationships with people, even though you have to maybe be distant in proximity unless you're at home.
So maybe that's a little bit of a blessing that people are spending a little bit more time together one-on-one or even over the phone, rather than social media. I'm really trying to cut back a little bit on the Facebook, even though this is on Facebook right now. Another thing I've been thinking about too is as we move forward, and there is a forward to this. This will eventually subside. We don't know exactly when, but we hope soon. Is to really be open to change, and I think we're going to see some things very different in the coming months and years, and maybe what we've experienced in the past. And I say that on a couple of levels. One, on the employment scene, on the job scene.
Right.
I think we're really going to, just personally, I think we'll see just exactly how essential some jobs really are. Right. And things may be changing a lot. I mean, the predictions are we'll see some increases in unemployment, and we hope not.
Right.
But if that's the case, how will we adapt to that? I mean, if we're looking to start a business, this might be a good time to start to plan that. Right.
Right.
Have a little downtime, a little time to prepare. So jobs, and also schools. As I see schools basically sending everyone home, colleges, high schools, all the way on down.
Right.
Now might not be the time to be building schools that's the
new colossal school buildings, right?
3,000-4,000 students. Maybe we'll find that studying at home, working from home for students might be the future. So something to think about. Anyway,
right.
Prepare for that.
Right. No, and talking about the school front, because I've been in education for years, we're seeing a lot of different things happening with trying to have e-learning take place and different things like that. And we're seeing that there's some equity issues within schools and districts who not every student might have a device to be able to be home and do that kind of e-learning. So that's what's really been on my mind a lot with education.
Very good. Yeah. Okay. What else you got?
Well, one thing that I really have been forced to kind of do and kind of want to pick up is just self-care. Sometimes, I'm running around and doing a lot and busy, and I just, at the end of the day, just kind of flop down because I'm exhausted. And now that I have been able to have that gift of time, I've been just using that time to sort of wake up early before anyone is up in the house and it's kind of quiet, and just doing some journaling and writing and just a little bit more time thinking and just some more self-care and just, thinking about how I want things to look a little different, and being forced to think about it has been really good.
Right. Well,
yes.
To that point, that's my number 3 as well. More self-care, better personal care, exercising.
Yes.
Throughout this ordeal where been pretty much housebound. Jillian Michaels has been to my house every day. She comes every day, and we work out in the living room together. And she brings a couple friends.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's all working out. But I feel a lot better. And sometimes I get into this habit. Well, I'm just going to watch TV, and before you know it, you're watching some other shows, and you're dozing off, and that's probably not the best thing to be doing in the middle of the day.
Right.
So I just really have to force myself to get up and exercise, and then after that, it's okay to. Kind of take a little break a little bit.
Right.
So from that, in that regard, I think more exercise, but just in the whole idea of, and this is something that I've been hoping for a long time too, is in the whole area of cleanliness and care of our environment. I know littering really doesn't have anything to do with the coronavirus.
Right.
But I do think it has something to do with other viruses and bacteria in the air. Maybe as a society, we'll start to clean things up a little bit, and not be so lazy when it comes to just throwing trash out of the car window. I know every time I get on the highway, I go on the entrance ramp and I see all this garbage and
debris.
It's a little depressing, but it's also not very healthy. So hopefully society will begin to change a little bit and clean that up and keep our hands washed and do a little better job there. So that's it.
And so it's not only impacting, of course, us in the United States, but it's a global pandemic, and we just have to think that we were kind of all maybe put in our rooms. We're in time out. We're getting some time out and put in our rooms, and we're on a little bit of think time. We have a little bit of think time here, and no going outside. No, you can only play inside. We're on a little bit of think time.
Time to hit the reset button.
Right. So maybe we can have some collective consciousness going on here, and we all, I'm sure, have had time to think, and we're all doing some thinking.
Absolutely. Well, this is new for everyone. Nobody's experienced anything like this. Maybe those that have been through hurricanes or things like that are sequestered for a time.
Right.
But over a period of weeks or months, this is really new for everyone. So we're all kind of learning from it. So we're trying to be patient and do the best we can.
Yes. So we'd like to say stay safe, stay healthy, practice social distancing, wash your hands, and take advantage of the time that you have, especially with the ones that are right in front of you.
Absolutely, and stay positive. Easier said than done, but that's what we're trying to do. And we're working on a couple of projects and actually getting ready to work on a couple of things right now to work on our tomfoolery brand and maybe come up with some new ideas to keep things moving forward.
Yes, so keep your eyes out on the Tomfoolery Fun Club Facebook page and see what else is coming up.
Until next time, I'm Tom.
And I'm Michelle.
And so long from the Tomfoolery Fun Club.